not fond of new scum, like my brother who just said. So I have been vocal of my distaste on Newsom's stance, like when it came to Prop 36, which was supposed to be a counteract to Prop 47. I say, fuck those vagabonds that steal for recreational purposes. Vote yes on Proposition 36. Which you wouldn't have to worry about if y'all would stop stealing shit. But I voted yes on that. He refused to put the funding behind that bill, which a lot of us did vote yes on when that came up. I don't like the obvious waste of our tax dollars going to the homeless issue, resolving the homeless issue in this state, and it appears to not be working at all. CBS News reported that California spent $24 billion on homelessness in 5 years, but didn't consistently track the outcome. There's also an article from the Hoover Institute that said that it has increased since 2019 in our spending and what has been going on. I recommend you read those two articles. The reason why I don't spend video after video going off on Newsom is because, like I tell y'all before, I'm biased because I have family in other states. I have family in Louisiana. I have family in Georgia. I have family in Alabama. And I have to be real with you. It's not like any other governor is doing it that well. I've told y'all before, Newsom to me is almost the Democratic version of Jeff Landry, who's the governor of Louisiana, which I love Louisiana. But that same disconnect with the working class and the small business owners, that same disconnect with the people you're supposed to be representing, that same need to appease and kiss ass to the Democratic people who you're supposed to rub shoulders with, I see Jeff Landry doing that same thing in Louisiana. I am not fond of Newsom, and I feel like I've been vocal enough about that for the last 4 or 5 years now. But at the same time, I'm not gonna kill him every day because I don't know, bro. When you're in Alabama, and I always bring up Alabama to y'all because yes, y'all know I spent half my damn childhood there. They just passed a law last year that basically gave law enforcement in Alabama open. And y'all know my stance on law enforcement. I support law enforcement. Hell, I try to go into law enforcement. The reason why that is an issue is because unlike California, when you go to Alabama, it's not just that it's a bunch of people on government assistance doing crime. When you go to Alabama, that is a poorer state than here. That's not like in California, you can have tougher laws that try to give public safety to the most, because for the most part, to be real with you, bro, the poorest people in the state usually have some form of housing or assistance. That's why homeless people come to our state to be poor, because you can come here and sometimes get housing, they all got EBT food stamps in their car, EBT cards in their pocket. Trust me, I've done security at homeless shelters, etc., etc. When you go to states like Louisiana and Alabama, there is a severe difference of concern. There is a severe thing where people out there really are just struggling. Like, you will, like, that's so. I'm bringing that up because their crime rate and their murder rate is higher than ours in those states. So I do feel the need to fund and support law enforcement. That's still not fixing the concrete issues with why these people a lot of the times are in this shit.